Welcome to Military News Channel. Britain has been training hundreds of Ukrainian troops, with new weapons being provided by the UK for their fight with Russia. The training has been taking place over the past few weeks in southwest England's Wiltshire County. The Ukrainians have been learning how to use the British Army's Multiple Rocket Launcher System, MLRS, which has a range of more than 80 kilometers, 50 miles. Britain is believed to be providing Ukraine with 3 of these advanced long-range systems. The UK has also purchased around 50 howitzers for Ukraine, another long-range weapon. The L-119 light gun howitzer can fire up to 12 kilometers, 8 miles, away. British and New Zealand soldiers who have been overseeing the training say they have been impressed by the Ukrainian troops' eagerness to learn. Their motivation to be quick to learn is incredible. They don't take many breaks, Warrant Officer Rebecca Bullock, a master gunner with the Royal Artillery, said. They know their window of learning is reasonably short, she says, so they are motivated to get as much knowledge as possible. They just work and ask a lot of questions. How can they be quicker? How can they move faster? How can they come into action? It is all about the speed. Along with New Zealand's Captain Jonathan Dick, she has been training the bulk of the troops in the use of the L-119 gun. We definitely see a high degree of motivation and dedication to the defense of Ukraine with these guys, Captain Dick said. Ukraine has been vastly outgunned and outnumbered by Russia's artillery and has been pleading for more heavy weapons from the West. That supply has now started to arrive, though still not in the quantities that Ukraine wanted, and the training is taking time. The transition to Western weapons has become even more important as Ukraine runs low on its stocks of Soviet-era artillery rounds. NATO countries use a different caliber of ammunition. Captain Dick described the L-119 gun, which fires a 105mm shell, as a very capable weapon. It's mobile, it can be slung in the back of helicopters, pushed around, dragged by trucks big or small, he said. He believes it will fill a gap in Ukraine's armory. Warrant Officer Bullock added, hopefully they will put it to good use. The Ukrainians being trained are already experienced artillery soldiers. The head of the U.S. military, General Mark Milley, has called them top-notch gunners. They have certainly been getting plenty of experience. Ukraine's military say that they have been firing between 5,000 to 6,000 artillery rounds a day in the battle for the Donbass. The Russians have fired nearly 10 times that number. For the Ukrainian troops who came to the UK, this has been more of a conversion course rather than a baptism of fire. They have had 5 days of training followed by a 1-day live fire exercise on Salisbury Plain. It has taken longer to train on the multiple rocket launcher system. The MLRS is the British Army's most advanced long-range artillery weapon, similar to the US HIMARS rocket launchers already being used in Ukraine. It normally takes 5 weeks to train an MLRS commander, but for the Ukrainian troops it has been done in just 3 weeks. They are not just having to learn how to use the new system, but also how to keep them maintained. Captain James Oliphant, of the Royal Artillery, said he believes it is a weapon that will make a big difference. It's going to give them more mobility, which is going to aid in their survivability, he said. Added to that, he said it uses rockets that can punch out to 84 kilometers, 52 miles, beyond the range of most Russian artillery. Despite the obvious language barrier, Captain Oliphant says they have had a common language with the Ukrainians, who are already experienced in using their own rocket launchers. Over time, the Ukrainians have become more accustomed to the UK equipment, Captain Oliphant says. We are able to take a step back now, he says, with a Ukrainian commander exercising his troops under his own doctrine and tactics. From the Ukrainians there is gratitude